So to explain what we're going to go through, so we're going to go through and do the meditation shortly around this, and then the journaling, the reflection. The first part, once we've done the meditation, once we've done the journaling, we will go into, well, as a part of the journaling, we will first define the buckets. These could be, as I had on the screen previously, health, family, finance, career. The next part is then finding the next level down. This could be, I'm going to exercise 3 times per week. Okay, great. Then you find your why. So what is the reason why that specific goal, that specific RPM is important to you? It could be longevity. So in my example, setting an example for the children, my own health and fitness as well. But then get smart about this. So when is it you're going to actually achieve this by? By December 2024, I'll have run 2,000 kilometers throughout the entire year. Fantastic. Okay. So what's the next level down? Okay. So this specific week, I will run 5 to 8 kilometers per day. I will do that every day. Brilliant. So now you've got something that ties right back to that top goal, that top ambition, that top aim. Then naturally, the important part is to reflect on this. So at the end of the week, did you achieve your goal? Well, yes, I ran 9 kilometers today. Brilliant. So then you go back round. So once you've achieved your goal, you're going back round this cycle continuously. It's a different way to discovering and setting our goals. It's an incredibly powerful way, because usually what happens when we set a goal is we say, I am going to run 5 kilometers every day for 4 days a week. And that's it. That's all you do. Great. New Year's resolutions, right? I'm going to go to the gym every day. And then suddenly it's a rainy day outside. Like, okay, I've got to walk to the gym in the rain. I think I'll maybe give it a miss today. Oh, it's raining again tomorrow. Okay, I think I'll give that a miss. And then suddenly your goal has slipped. Your motivation has slipped. Your discipline is not there. And that's where this is a little bit different, because what we're doing is, particularly this part here about the why, we're tuning into the reason why we set something. It's not just because somebody else has it. It's something intrinsic to you. So why does this work? So first, what it does is it creates space to reflect deeply, incredibly deeply. This isn't just looking on social media and going, oh, Joe Bloggs has a nice car, so my goal is that I want to buy a car like his. Okay. The next is the laser-like focus. This is where we're knowing at any given point in time, this is what we're going to be focusing on. It's then about that why. We're attaching a strong why to our goals. So now we're going to get into the exercise. So as I mentioned, this first part is about capturing thoughts, and it's following that set process to do it. So this is where the meditation will come into play. It's really important because we don't pause often enough. Yet pausing is vital to our growth. So as I mentioned with the practice, it's probably around 15 minutes long, maybe 20. We'll be doing a little bit of breath work to intro us in. And the idea is to just sit, explore, be present, discover something cool about you. Now, if at any point you feel uncomfortable, uneasy, lightheaded, just feel free to come out of the practice, just open your eyes a little bit, Before then, just assessing if you want to dive right back in. You should continue where you left off. So let's begin. So let's start by finding a comfortable position. Your back upright and your shoulders relax. Let's just take a deep breath. So let's breathe in through our nose. And then out through the mouth. And once again, another deep breath. And release. As we take our next breath, just close your eyes gently or just lower your gaze slightly down towards the floor. Just paying attention to your breath as you're breathing in and out. Noticing any sensations that are most vivid to you as you breathe. Maybe the breath as it enters the mouth or nose. Or maybe the belly expanding and contrasting. Just noticing yourself in this present moment. Just having only one thing to do, and that's to focus on the breath. So as we continue breathing, just let's start by reflecting on some of your past successes. So when I say the word success, what immediately comes to mind in your life? What moment? What was you incredibly proud of and accomplished? Now, this could be a personal achievement, it could be a professional success. Just bring that moment to life. Just visualize it. Just notice where you were, who you was with, what you was doing. Just immerse yourself in that memory, just as though you are there, reliving the whole thing. What did you feel? What emotions were present? Just tune into those emotions. Just feel them as you relive the experience, the success, the win, the victory. Now let's think of another success. Could be anything. Again, it could be something personal, something professional. It could be a milestone, a goal. What comes to mind as another success? Now take yourself back to that point in time and again live the experience. What's happening? What sights and sounds do you see and hear? Who's there with you? Just tune into the feelings that you associate with this achievement. What emotions came up for you? So now let's just gently shift the focus to this moment, to all these past achievements, all these successes. Just imagine locking in that achievement, that feeling, that emotion, the thoughts. Just locking those in to this moment now. Just reflect back on what you felt, what you thought, what others were saying, what you was doing. Just feel the confidence and strength that you gained from those experiences. Just feel it right now, in this moment. How do these successes shape who you are today? Now, what would happen if you focused on some of your current achievements and accomplishments with this same level of pride, emotion, and if you went about some of your goals with the same focus and dedication? What could potentially happen? You have the power to do whatever you want to do in your life. And you've proved it through your past successes. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now let's shift our focus to the future. So just like an open field, I'd like you to see a clear canvas, and this canvas can be filled with whatever achievements, glories, accomplishments that you want to achieve in your life. It's your life. You can live it however you want to. You just need to ask yourself the right question. So, what do you want to achieve? What immediately comes to mind? Visualize it. And what truly excites you about the future? So, as you see all the different areas playing out, doesn't have to be just one, could be as many or as few as you want. All of the ambition. Just reflect on what comes to mind for specific goals in your personal or professional life. Picture yourself achieving some of these goals. What does it all look like when you've reached your aspiration? How does it feel? Just feel the excitement and motivation that comes with seeing this ideal future of yours. Now, how do these aspirations align with your values and dream? Just give yourself the freedom to just really tune into any emotion that is arising at this point in time. Just tune into what is coming up for you. Let's just sit with this for a short while. So now we're going to fast forward again. This time, you're living the life that you aspired to live. Just see yourself having achieved all of your goals, all of your aspirations. What do the day-to-day details of your successful future look like? How do you feel waking up each day, having achieved all that you have? What is it that you are doing? And who are you with? Why has it been so important that you set out on the mission and have achieved what you have? What has been the outcome? Now just lock in sense of focus and achievement. Recognize that every single thing that you've seen is 100% doable. You just need to figure out the plan. Just embrace the energy that's came from this future. Just knowing that you can achieve it and you can start today. So let's lock all this in. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, then out through the mouth. As you just slowly bring your awareness back into the room. Just notice any smells, any sounds around the room. Just wiggle your fingers, your toes a little bit. And then when you're ready, just open your eye. So now is where we go and explore. So this is where we go to build out our plan. And this is where we need your pen and paper, your journal, your iPad or tablet if you prefer to write on those. And here's some questions. So you're going to spend a couple of minutes on each question. So question 1, what are the high level buckets that came up for you? What things came up in your mind that were really important? They may not have been abundantly clear. They may be there by association. So as an example, it could be career, family, finance, wealth, spirituality. Could be all these things. So just note down what are your high level buckets. Can be as few or as many as you need. Spend a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back. Okay, so now you should have some idea as to what some priorities are for you. Also, to help with this, you may have been through some values exercises, and in the portal, there is an exercise called core value clarity. And this can also help with identifying what these focuses are, what these buckets are as well. So if you're still feeling a little stuck in identifying those buckets, not to worry, you can go and do those exercises. So the next question is, so what is the top level ambition for either some of these, all of these, or if you struggled with identifying them, just what is your top level ambition that came up in the practice? Doesn't have to only be one, could be multiple. Just go ahead. The idea with this journaling now, we're getting into the detail, is when you start writing, don't stop. Keep writing. Even if you've got nothing to say, just write, I've got nothing to say, or put dot, 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 until something comes up. Because this is where we really tap into the subconscious mind. Go ahead, a few minutes. Let's see what you come up with. Okay, should hopefully have a few of these, or at least one noted down. So our next piece. What do these mean to you? So why is this or these top level ambitions important to you? Just spend a couple of minutes just noting down the reasons why. So remember with noticing the why, it's often a really important and deep question because it's not something that we often visit. So it's perfectly normal in this exercise to struggle to identify it. And sometimes it comes absolutely freely. And there's often quite a lot of emotion attached to it. So hopefully you should have some strong reasons why. And it's these reasons that can really keep you driven on the darkest of days. For me personally, my why is basically what keeps me going. Um, so some people say that I work long hours because I have a full-time job, work at Salesforce full time. And then I come home, spend time with the family, and then when the kids go to bed for 5 nights a week, I focus on this space. And it's because of the why. It's like I want my children to see something incredible. I want them to see the drive, the motivation, the discipline to get things done. And in terms of the why, I mentioned earlier about the health and the fitness. What they do is every single morning, they're ready for school. We have a long window, a 2-story high window on our house. And they always stand on the top floor and wave me off when I'm running. And yeah, they're saying bye, but also what they're doing is they're seeing me every single day, regardless if it's rain, snow, ice, sun. They're seeing me going out running. And it's then that question of, so what is that doing for their mindset? So it's those kind of things that we can really tune into with our why. So now, all important, what are the next best actions that you can take in each one of these buckets or high level ambitions? Now, let's try to think granular with this. If you were to take one step right after this call, what is that step? So this part again can be a little challenging. I've had some sessions previously on the big, hairy, ambitious goal. And this is where we have something so incredibly big, so audacious, so outrageous that we have no idea how we can do it. And that's where we break it down. That's where we chunk it down into smaller items. And we keep chunking down until we get to something more manageable. But just see what comes up for you. The next best action. Just another minute on this one. Hey, so if we've worked through this in the right manner, we should have some high level focuses. And in these focuses, these buckets, they evidently will be a whole load of action, activity, goals, ambitions. And then there'll be a reason why. There'll be a reason why those things are important to us, along with specific actions that we should take, that you should try to take right after this call is finished. But if that's not possible, it's getting late, there's one thing you 100% can do. And that is to schedule the time. So I just want you to reflect on this. It's the question of, so what are your commitments? This is where we schedule it. This is where we lock it in. So what aligns best to your goals and is achievable? What is getting in the way to stop you from doing the goal that you intend to do? Is this obstacle real, or is it just an excuse? Ultimately, what are you therefore committing to? And whatever you're committing to, right after this call, I want you to go and get it in the calendar.